liquid liners are the devil. Liquid liners are your enemy, because this is where things can go wrong, guys. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Omosalewa, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're old here, thank you so much for coming back to watch. I hope you have subscribed so that you can see my videos as soon as I post them. So today's video is going to be very short, it's going to be very brief, and I'll be showing you guys 2 easy ways to achieve a perfect wing liner without doing too much. I know that getting a perfect wing is one of the most difficult, and most people just give up at the end of the day, but it takes a lot of practice. A point will come where you have practiced so much that you do not need any hack to do a perfect liner. You're just going to be able to do it. So we'll be using specific tools to get the perfect liner. The first thing that I'll be using is a tape, and then if you also have what is called a shadow shield, instead of the tape, you can also use a shadow shield, but I find that this shadow shield is used by mainly makeup artists. So if you're a regular makeup user, you might not have this. That's why I decided to go for the tape. And also I'll be using the Early Girl gel liner. I find that a gel liner is easier to use than a liquid liner. A gel liner gives you much more control than a liquid liner, because a liquid liner is your enemy. It's the devil. So if you're not really that expert yet at doing a wing liner, I think you should just stick to a gel liner. And then I'll be using this brush. This is really synthetic. It's stiff and it's not flat, it's not angled, it has that pointed tip, and this really makes it easy to do an angled liner. Because I cannot remember what brand this is, I'm sure it's brandless, I decided to show you guys an alternative, which is the Zaron brush that you can easily get here in Nigeria. It's part of their brush set. I'm not sure if they have this as a single, but at least this is much more accessible. Like, you can easily get this one than the first one that I showed you. And this also has like a round firm tip. It's not angled or it's not flat. So this is what I mean by flat. This is a flat edge brush. A lot of people use this for angled liner. I don't think it's that easy to use for angled liner, honestly, at least for me. And a lot of people also use this. This is an angled brush. A lot of people use it for this angle because it's just easy to get right there. Personally, in all the years I've been doing makeup on myself and on other people, I find that these types of brushes actually work better for me. Somehow that round tip or the pointed tip just makes it I don't know, easier. I really don't know how. I really don't know the science behind it, but it just really makes my work easier. So the first method I'm going to be showing you is the tape method. So what you're going to do is just get a strip of sellotape like this, and then just cut the size that you need. Whatever size you cut, just make sure that it's long enough to fit where you want your wing. And to get rid of a little bit of stickiness from the tape, I'll just place it on the back of my hand like this, and then pull out so that it's not as sticky as before. So this would prevent it from lifting a whole lot of your foundation, and would also prevent it from hurting you when you're taking it out. So if you haven't applied the foundation before doing this step, you really do not have to worry about it affecting your foundation. But if you have, like me, you have to be really careful in placing it. What you want to do is you want to place it exactly how you want your wing to look like. And if you want your wing to be up here, you place it that up. If you want it to be this low, and then you place it just like that. Stick this area without sticking this area so that it doesn't tamper too much with my foundation. So if you have the shadow shield that I showed you before, you're just going to do it that same way and just put it right here. So I'm just going to go into the gel liner and just take the brush and swirl around. So what you do, you just place it right there. You always want to start with the bottom line, because that is what is going to guide the rest of the wing. And something that you can do is just draw it onto the tape, because if you do this and then draw it onto the tape, you're going to get a very thin edge. So just take it, then draw it into the tape. You can see how I put like a little bit of curve there. Just draw into the tape. Once you draw into the tape, now you can try and take away that tape. You can see that line there. So yeah, you can take that tape away. So now you have that line. All you need to do is just build on that line. So do not touch that bottom line. This bottom line that you have drawn, do not touch it. All you need to do is just add on top of it. Do not go below it because that's your line. So all you do is just, you see how I'm just adding to it. So what I advise you to do at this point is just draw down your eyelid. Just continue to. Now the beauty of a nice wing is that it goes from thin to thick. So while you're laying it on thick on this outer corner, as you're getting inside, you need to decrease it. Like I said, this takes a lot of practice. If you try it the first time and you don't get it, don't beat yourself up about it. It takes a lot of practice. And as you can see, this place is thicker than the inner corner. Sometimes if you think like you're going too thick, you don't even have to touch the inner corner at all. So that is thick enough. Now the only challenge you have is to join that perfect line that you already did with the sellotape, to join it with the rest of the liner. This is where things can go wrong, guys. Just watch what I do. I'm not going to take it from the top then join it down. I'm going to start from the bottom and joining it down little by little. As you can see, this would even make that base really thick. So when I'm almost getting to this thin part, I just brush over and do it very lightly, like so. And then when I already have that thin part connected, I just do one line. I feel like I'm really bad at explaining this. I just do that one line. So whatever you do, avoid connecting from the top, except you are now expert at it. So all you just need to do is to neaten it out. And let me tell you, it's this neatening phase that causes a lot of stress. If you think what you have done is okay, just leave it. Okay, don't try and be a Picasso. Just leave it, let it be, because once you start straightening it out, thinning it out more, you have to add a little bit of thickness here. You're going to get raccoon eyes. Yes, so just leave it be. So I'm just going to try and neaten it just a little bit, and yeah, and I just thicken the rest. Another hack that I'll say is, if you're doing, obviously you're going to do your two eyes, do not neaten it until you have done the second part and they are on the same level. Because if you try and knitting this one and you've already gotten it so thick, what that means is if you're going to do the other eye, it has to be that thick as well. So once you get it to like a reasonable point, do the second eye. So you can always adjust the two, instead of you getting one to be perfect and then you start struggling with the other one, and once that one goes awry, you will have to add to this one. And you can see that with this brush, I do have a whole lot of control. I think that's why a gel liner is the best. If you do not have steady hands and use liquid liner, baby, you're going to mess up the whole of your eyes. What you just need to do right now is to connect this bottom. And depending on what you're looking at or what you're looking to do, you might not have to line the inner, your waterline. But for the purpose of this, I'm just going to do that. So as you can see, the beauty of this is having it be thin from the inside and then thick outside and thin again. The second trick that I want to show you is without the tape. You're just going to have to practice a lot because it's just your free hand. For this, I'll be using the second brush that I talked about, the Zaron small concealer brush. So once again, I dip into my gel liner. For this method, you're going to start with the eyelid itself. And you're just going to do your eyelid first. Always make sure that this inner corner is thin. Once you get this, you're already halfway done. The next thing is to mimic that sellotape line that we drew earlier. And it's also very important to try and get the same height as the other one, because if you do this is quite low and you do the other one high, then sorry to you. From this corner here, you just trace out. You see, I'm not going all the way, I'm just tracing out. Tracing out gives you a whole lot of control. Imagine tracing out like this with a liquid liner. That would be so terrible. So if you lightly trace out like that, you're going to automatically get a very thin tip, because you did not draw it up to that point. You're like tracing it out, you're feathering it out. And just like what we did on the other side, you're just going to join it from the base. Do not go to this upper part and join down, except you're Van Damme and you're sure of yourself. If you're not sure of yourself, just start joining it from the base like that. You can see I'm thickening it up section by section, thickening it up section by section, thickening it up section by section, thickening it up section by section. Now I have gotten to the tip. Like I said, leave the tip be. All what you're going to do now is just do like a small dash. Just look at that and you have the tip. Because if you try and draw down from that tip and you understand what I'm saying at this point. So all you just need to do now is just knitting the rest, which I'm just going to. So you can either start with your wing or you can start from the inner corner of your eye. So to make everything match up, I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other eye and connect this to the bottom part. And honestly, that is that. So that's it, guys. A simple way that you can start off practicing your wing liner. I'm not even going to lie, a wing liner is not easy to grasp, but once you keep practicing, yeah, you are just going to keep on doing it like a pro. I guess almost everywhere is on lockdown right now, so it's not like we have anywhere to go to. It would be nice for you to get some practice in, and then once this lockdown is over, you know, you can give it to them. Give the wing, slash it, use your wing to choke someone if they're annoying you in traffic, choke them with the wing, you know, something like that. So if you have not subscribed, please do not hesitate to subscribe. And since we all know we're not going anywhere, Auntie Rona, Brother Kuro, they've locked us down, sis, you might as well check out 1 or 2 videos from my channel. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.